So there was this video I saw on X, and this video is really scary. That it was
same force should be deployed to deal with criminals. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary.
Talk about military generals. How wealthy are military generals?
Go everywhere now in this Abuja. Are they not the one buying the whole estate?
And it's only in Nigeria that somebody who has never fought a war before will become a general in the army. You call these businessmen generals, they are all building estates in Abuja.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. This particular video is central on Nigeria military. A lot of people have been pointing fingers towards them that they might be involved in this insecurity that is before Nigeria. They might be sponsoring these bandits, these Fulani, these Al-Qaeda, these Jihadis, these ISIS, this Boko Haram, all those insecurity that is happening. They said, according to them, they might be involved. But in order for me to prove point, or in order for me to let you guys know the reason why these people think that they are involved, I want you guys to watch this particular video.
So there was this video I saw on X, and this video is really scary. That it was an audio recording. Now there is this show that they used to do. Is it Let's Talk? It was hosted by one Sandra like that. So an ex-military man called in and was narrating his experience with the Nigerian army when he go to fight Boko Haram for inside bush. Now the soldier made something, a revelation, and this thing is so scary. When I listen to it, even till now I'm still shaking. Now what happened? The soldier said when they were on the battleground, so he was a left-handed soldier. He was good at shooting Boko Haram, then they missed the target. So he get number of buy to this Boko Haram. So the Nigerian soldiers, when we say they did the same team, so they can't speak Hausa, and the Hausa means say it too they buy people, which means it too they buy Boko Haram, so they can't shoot the soldier. This is a Nigerian army that shot a fellow Nigerian army because it too they buy Boko Haram. So the guy can't escape. Finally, now still survive. He can't reach out, so he can't resign for Nigerian army. Now, when I watched that video, it was so scary because I don't want to post it here because I don't know how TikTok works, because it might go against their community guideline, because I don't know if that audio was true or was false. But be that as it may, whether true or false, I think this is where we need the help of investigative journalism, people like Sahara reporters, to go down and listen to this soldier and question other soldiers if this is truly happening in the Nigerian army. Because if this is true, it therefore means that this fight against Boko Haram is never ending anytime soon, because it's not fully well sponsored by Nigerian politicians and Nigerian army. Because I don't know why. Maybe because Nigerian army are in return benefiting from this battle that is going on between them and the Boko Haram. Because I don't see any reason where you wear a Nigerian army uniform, going with a fellow Nigerian army uniform. Now you have one common enemy, which is the Boko Haram. So when they fight this Boko Haram, you don't know, so you still go under enemy too. Let me say that wear the same uniform. Maybe say they are supposed to be watching your back, but rather they are at your back to buy you because you took buy Boko Haram. This thing is scary, Nigerians. This needs to, in fact, this needs to raise an alarm, because if this is happening, so we now wonder why Nigerian army every day now they go state to state, go they beg people to come and join the Nigerian army. Where now they buy, now people for inside bush because they buy person maybe say now they go buy, and this thing is so scary. So at this point, I feel investigative journalism, because when I listened to that, when I saw that news, I went to the comment section. So people were making some people were backing up that claim, saying that their father, some that has personnel in the army are saying they have heard this kind of news, that even a friend's dad told him that this thing happened. So I feel this is the work of the investigative journalists to go and check if this thing is really true. They will now know that the federal government are using people's life to play politics. So we'll now establish this fact. They will now know what next. Because at this point, if truly say you now go say Nigerian army go inside bush with Boko Haram, then they buy Boko Haram, then at the end, now Nigerian army go seek by a fellow Nigerian army because they buy Boko Haram, then this thing is so scary in this country. This country, people's life are used to play politics, and Nigerian army knows this, and Nigerian army are backing them up. So yeah, we need investigative journalists to go and confirm this is true or not.
Now, in order to prove points, in order for you guys to know that what this guy is saying is true. How many of you guys have watched this particular video? Now, this particular guy, they say is a notorious bandit. Like, if they pass so they pass, you know, get sympathy. He even pass Bello Tuji. That this guy don't constitute a lot of nuisance. Some certain operation, Nigerian soldiers were able to arrest him. Immediately they arrest him, the good Nigerian soldier, because the ones that we are talking about are not the ones in the battlefield. We are talking about the ones in the office. They said that the ones in the battlefield, which are the sacrificial lamb, were able to capture this guy, hand over them to the ones in the office. I don't know, they said they sent this guy to prison. Everybody thought that this guy has been in prison for decades. They never knew that the guy had been released. They released him and put him back to the society. And since then, a lot of things that this guy will back and be buying a lot of people. This guy have bought a lot of people until recently again when they said they arrested them. See, we thought you were in prison. And the guy will now say, no, I'm not in prison. You know, my boss, all them, I got them. When they them top official, you know. It is not just these guys that are talking right now. I also want you guys to watch a city senator, the former Edo State governor Adas of Shumole, now a city senator, narrated a certain story. I can't know, it's not a story, you know, calling out the Nigeria Security Agency that what are their duty, especially the military, that they might be involved in those things that is happening in the forest. Buying people in the forest to ensure that they secure the land so that they can mine their gold, mine the diamonds, mine all the natural resources in the forest. If you think I'm lying, I want you guys to listen.
The same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are money. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on. You know, when you have a country of people who are above the law because they are supposed to have served the country, and they have retired, and now they become the real barons. But what I observe, whereas the federal government is ruthless with people who are doing illegal oil buckling, and they deploy JTF to deal with those involved in illegal buckling. When it comes to illegal mining of solid minerals, the federal government changes. It's like using different standards. And I'm very angry about that. Because if we have to fight, deploy army, even to kill, for anyone who is involved in illegal buckling of oil, and you deploy JTF, a combination of army, police, air force, everybody, why are we allowing illegal mining in many parts of the country that is going on? And they are being mined by retired generals, and we know them. Yes, we know them. Nobody can pretend he doesn't know them. I did a letter to former President Buhari, because somebody I sent to go and conduct a primary somewhere reported back to me, a retired general of Northern Extraction, told me that, look, Adams, you are worried about the challenge of conducting primaries in Zafara. The challenge he sees there is far more than that. And if it's not dealt with, Nigeria will not know peace in parts of the country. And this gold go all the way through the belt, all to Kaduna. And it, up to, yeah, correct. And he told me that those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. That, that some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that which these on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to sanity, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. So I agree with you that the solid sector, and I'm happy with the word made by Baba that oil was discovered by accident. What they were looking for was solid minerals. And now what was discovered is like that what has become of the public sector, the power sector. We used to say generator as a standby. Now the standby is disco power. The real source of power is generator. I don't think we should lament here. We should recommend steep penalties, and through the leadership of the Senate and the National Assembly, draw President's attention that he has to find the political will to deal decisively with criminals that are cutting away our precious stones and other precious solid minerals.
Now, some of you might say, oh, Adam Soshomole, why are you talking like this? I don't believe you. The fact is that Adam Soshomole have been vocal, and everything this guy have been saying is true. But to further proof point, how many of you watched this particular podcast from Lucky Udu when he called this ex-military personnel, this lady, when he narrated what is going on in the Nigerian military force? I want you guys to watch.
Talk about military generals. How wealthy are military generals?
Go everywhere now in this Abuja. Are they not the one buying the whole estate? You will see this estate belong to this person. This estate belong to this general. This estate. Before it wasn't like that. I joined army in 1993. When I joined the army, it's hard for you to see a general build a very big mansion. But these days, because of the money, security money they are eating, because of soldiers' money they are eating, they will go to Dubai, they will buy highest house. They will come. You will see an estate like this. It's only one general that owns it. Is it his salary that is using to acquire those houses, those estates? It's not. It's soldiers' money. And the security money that they are eating, that they are not supposed to eat. They're supposed to pay the soldiers that are dying. Do you know that some soldiers will die like this? Their husband, their wife did not know that they are dead. They will even carry them. They will even eat the money. Except when you see maybe the ghost of that person has started tormenting the person. Like there is one, the ghost started tormenting them. They have no choice that to start to look for his family to pay that money. Already the family did not know that the soldier is dead. So you can see what our people, our generals are doing. And they want people to clap for them and say they are doing. They have to change. They have to change. Honestly, they have to change.
Of a truth, how much is general or brigade or the highest official, how much is their salary? It's a question that you should ask yourself. Then, if you now calculate their salary and allowance, is it enough to even build duplex? Talk more about owning estates that have numbers of like 15 houses inside duplexes. Now you will now understand that all these Fulani S-men Boko Haram is support these people in the forest, have somebody that they are remitting to. Remember that Adam Soshomole said that there are many gold in the forest. If you think I'm lying, these are the people. They are not just buying people to chase them away from their lands, from their farmland, so that they will not know what is happening in the forest. These are the things that they are doing in your forest in Nigeria. Anyway, I would like to end this video here. But before we go, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Showore, what he said about Nigeria armed forces, that even people will not even go to school, they become general. How they become general? But I want you guys to watch.
And it's only in Nigeria that somebody who has never fought a war before will become a general in the army. You call these businessmen generals, they are all building estates in Abuja. And then the second aspect of it is to get our security agencies to do what security agencies do, not to be aiding and abetting criminality. You cannot have an IG, and I know you guys love to talk about the IG, Inspector General of Police, who is tired and to have retired. You keep him in office, and you expect insecurity to end. It will not end. You have all these military generals who don't go to war. And it's only in Nigeria that somebody who has never fought a war before will become a general in the army. Based on the number of traditional rulers he knows or the GO of his church, that's how they become generals in Nigeria, not because they go to war. If you see an Israeli general, it's because he has fought a war before. If you see an American general, he has been to Afghanistan, he has fought in Iraq, even though those wars might be wrong. But they have gone to war. But in Nigeria, you call these businessmen generals, they are all building estates in Abuja. They don't go to the war front. They don't know what's going on there. They are the ones who are happy that the insecurities are coming.
Anyway, I rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to tell me your thoughts about this video you just watched. What are your take about it? Do you really think that the military have hands in it? When I say the military, don't look at the ones in the streets. Those ones are innocent. Now those ones, they sacrifice their life. They will just send them, oh yeah, go buy those Boko Haram. Before they even reach there, they don't call the Boko Haram, say, then they come, we said they send me the country. Before they even go, they don't neutralize those soldiers. Every day is mass burial upon mass burial of this military men. Once you join soldier now, be like person when you join court, your life is 50-50. You feel that anytime. Feel that anytime. Anytime can be 6 o'clock. Anyway, I will rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts about this video you just watched? Do you believe the lady that, or do you believe Anderson Shomole? Do you believe the first guy who said that this is what he heard, this is what he watched, this is what he saw, and these are the things that is happening in Nigeria? What are your take about all of this that is going on in Nigeria? Do you really think that the armed forces are fighting this insurgency with full chest? They really want to eradicate the insecurity, or do you just think that, oh, they are just doing it to make more money? Fulani may not even the fear that they go people's house, they do all kinds of things because we know that somebody is backing them up. Why you are fighting the ones in the bush? Why can't the president give order to hunt those that are sponsoring them? Because you must cut those ones out so that the ones in the bush will be misinformed or informed. If they are not informed, they will not be able to act. Now you are going after those young boys, but you know these people. The America have released the list of those that are sponsoring them, but you are afraid, you are scared to talk. Anyway, peace out.